Hey guys, Thunder E here. Now, in the midst of all that Star Wars news with the new trailer, Battlefront, also Batman v Superman trailer leaking, I actually got the new MacBook in. So here's my unboxing, first impressions, mini review, like my first thoughts on the device. Now, the new MacBook is latest in the Mac line. It's in between the MacBook Air, not in between, but there's a MacBook Air, there's a new MacBook, and there's a MacBook Pro. So this, of course, is Apple's latest MacBook that is super thin, comes with a new proprietary port, not proprietary, but at least it's a new standard port from Apple, USB-C, and that's why I picked up USB-C to USB adapter. It's like $19. You're probably going to need that. So it's in the traditional Apple packaging, all white. You can see the color of your MacBook Air. Mine is the gunmetal color. Didn't get the gold one, sorry. And it's wrapped up in your typical, clear plastic here. So in terms of specs, this thing is powered by the Intel Core M processor. I got the 1.1 gigahertz, turbo boosted 2.4 in there, and it is also super thin. But let's go ahead and unwrap all this stuff out and take a closer look at our device here all together. So we're going to basically drop that down and open this up, and let's see what we have inside in terms of our new MacBook. So, all right, pull, open. There it is. So that's our new MacBook. Now, its total weight is only 2 pounds, and it actually feels that way. It feels light enough. I'm going to actually set that aside. Here is the USB-C cable. This is the new cable that Apple is going with, and it's much smaller, and is actually a double-sided cable, so it doesn't matter which way you plug it in. As you can see, the cable port there, it's pretty much each of the side actually are the same, so there's really no confusion. Doesn't matter how you plug it into your device, your adapter, it will work the same way. So got a fairly lengthy cable. I presume is about maybe 6 feet long. Some material, and then of course your power adapter here, which now is specifically just for USB Type-C. As you can see with the port. So I'm just going to plug that in just to show you again. I can use either one, just plug it in, and that's it. So that is your proprietary, I don't want to keep calling it proprietary, but that is your port for your new MacBook. So open up the MacBook, gunmetal. Again, this is powered by the Core M processor. It's a fanless chipset, so there are no vents on this device at all. No vents whatsoever. But before we even get into that, let's of course go ahead and actually just close this up and make sure we have this packaged in so you guys can see this clearly. Having a little trouble there. Yeah, all right, there we go. All right, good. So as I mentioned, this is a fanless chipset. It's very thin and light. You can see the Apple logo in the front. It looks pretty nice. Thin, 13.1 millimeters, and that is your USB-C port. So the only 2 ports on this device. That's one USB-C right there, which you can use for power, data transfer, the front lip here to actually open up your new MacBook, and then you have a headphone jack on the right hand side. That's all there is on this device. The 2 ports there, 2 little holes that might be LED indicators, but that's pretty much it. Feet at the bottom, there's no SD slot, none of that, just those 2 ports. Like I said, it's light, it's easy to carry. Now this has 8 gigs of RAM. I have 256 gigabytes of storage in there, and of course it's running the latest version of Mac OS X operating system on here. It's got a nice flush look. I do like the gunmetal. Feels very solid, very comfortable, and again feels very light. It's 12 inches. Feels like I'm holding like a 10-inch tablet, if you will, just the way the size is. So it means the bezel area is thinner and things like that. But opening up the new MacBook, if we actually just pry that open a little bit, you can see a new keyboard layout and a new touchpad. But looking at the keyboard is edge-to-edge keyboard. You can see it goes from one edge to another. The keys are flat and spaced out. You can, in a sense, where it feels like they're almost close to the surface of your MacBook. So see how close they are. We're looking from the side. You can see again, it's pretty flush keyboard altogether. And then you also have your speaker grill on the very top there. So that's where you get all your audio out of it. Now this is the new trackpad. This is the new Force touchpad. Basically gives you a couple of new capabilities. I like to call it pseudo right click, and it supposedly doesn't have a click functionality, although it felt like I was clicking, but there's a vibration mechanism like your rumble underneath there. You see the Mac logo, and that's the display. Now the display is a 2 2340 by 1440, and it's a 12-inch display, 16 by 10 aspect ratio. I don't know why Apple actually uses fuzzy numbers, but it's still above 1080p, so you should get a very vibrant display on here. We'll definitely check it out once we actually power this on and take a good look at the device. But like I said, it feels comfortable, light. We're gonna power it on, we're actually gonna set it up, and then we'll give you our thoughts. So we have a new MacBook set up, and you can see our Stormtrooper is there on this display. It looks vibrant, it looks sharp. As you can see, everything is set up and running. Now, in terms of use, so far, it's been pretty smooth. I do like the way the trackpad feels and just proper navigation on there, as well as also the display is really sharp and vibrant, so I like that fact. Now I wanted to show you some of the features of the trackpad itself. Now of course the Force touchpad basically allows some interesting functionality. So in Safari you can do a couple of things here. So if I hover over, I'm at Booredatwork.com, I hover over to say the Batman v Superman trailer, leak trailer, I can basically just long press with just one finger, and that will bring up a couple options here, basically asking me if I want to put in the read mode. So you have a couple of these abilities with this, which we'll spend more time in our full review. You can long press certain things that will give you extra options. You can still of course do a two finger to right click, and that will actually open that up for you. And there are a couple other features which we'll spend some more time in the full review in handling. So it's interesting. Again, this is something like I said, having a right click still will do this for you. Now the accessory here, the USB Type-C accessory, comes in very handy, because with that USB-C port, if you have a portable hard drive or have an older one and you want to use with it, it's almost impossible, because it is impossible because you need that adapter. So I'm going to take my my portable hard drive here. That's my Mophie hard drive. I'm actually going to connect it, flip it the other way of course, and connect it to my new MacBook, and showing you that these accessories are needed, definitely. Now this is one that's just only $19. There's one that's $79 that comes with more ports, but you can see my hard drive is recognized once it's plugged in. So these, just telling you, these are the kind of things you're going to need with the new MacBook. Once you actually pick it up, you're going to accessory. Apple doesn't give you any accessories in there other than your cable and charger. So that's it, guys. That is the new MacBook. If you have any questions or any comments, let us know. Stay tuned for our full review. We'll do some comparisons as well. Don't forget to like this video, guys, share this video, and favorite this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel, top right hand corner of your screen or down in the description below. So this is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy your entertainment.